pulling it together slowly on this Monday. We'll start seated. You could sit on your feet or you could cross your legs, whichever one's more comfortable. But we're going to start with some neck rolls. Just right ear to shoulder, left ear to shoulder. Just bringing it back and forth. Loosening up and making some space. All right. And then we're going to take our right hand and reach it between the shoulder blades. Left hand grabs the head and gently pulls it in front of the left shoulder. And then we'll switch sides. Left hand reaches between the shoulder blades and the right hand grabs the head and gently pulls it in front of the right shoulder. Then we'll take our right hand and wrap it around our back, palm facing out. Left hand grabs the head and gently pulls the ear right over the shoulder. And switching sides. Right. Then we're sitting back on our feet. We're going to tuck our toes and lean back into it. So we're heading into our next month of programming, and we're switching from an upper-lower split back to full body strength workouts. Monday will still be the upper body focus, and Thursday will still be a lower body focus, but we're mixing it up some. We're then untucking the toes, putting some pressure on the tops of the feet, and picking up the knees. Oh. Man, that's terrible. And then we're just coming into our quadruped position, so dropping those knees. Shoulders are over the hands. And we're going to do a series of cat-cows, inhaling as you arch the back, looking up to the ceiling. Exhaling as you tuck the chin, round the back. Just moving back and forth. Then we're coming to a flat back. We're going to thread the needle. The right arm reaches underneath the left. Right shoulder and ear comes to the ground and pause. And then we'll switch sides. Left arm reaches under the right. And then up to center. For some scapular circles, we're going to do 5 circles coming forward and 5 moving back. We're packing the shoulders, bringing the shoulder blades up together, around to the ears and apart. Again, that's 5 coming forward and 5 moving back. All right, after 5 in each direction, we're kicking our right leg out to the side, rotating up on the heel and rocking back 5 times on each side. Right, we're coming back to center. We're going to step our right foot outside of the right hand. Right elbow presses down towards the heel. And then your right hand comes behind your right ear. Elbow turns in and then rotates all the way out. 5 times. All right, after 5 rotations, we're sitting up into our half kneeling position. Right knee's up, left knee's down, and you're pressing that left hip forward. Feeling that through your hip flexors and down into the quads. If you'd like, you can elevate that back foot on an object, or maybe you want to grab it and pull that heel in towards your butt. Releasing that foot back down to the ground, we're going to shift our hips back, straightening the right leg, and folding over it. We're thinking about folding over it. Whew. All right. We're going to come back forward, back to a quadruped position, and we're going to do that on the left side. So starting with that world's greatest stretch, left elbow comes down towards the heel. So this weekend we had our first outdoor workout, and it was awesome. It would be great to see y'all there in the future if you feel good about coming and working out outside. If not, I understand. We're then going to do our rotations. Hand behind the ear, rotating in and then out 5 times. But we used 50-pound sandbags for resistance. And while I did not actually do the workout class, I just coached it, I carried all of those bags like in and out of my house and around the park. And I'm sore, like really sore. Sitting up into the half kneeling position and leaning into it, maybe elevating that back foot. Maybe not. There we go. Then dropping the back foot, shifting your hips back to straighten your front left leg and folding over it. All right. From here, we're going to come to a standing position. And we're going to reach for our toes. Relaxing through your shoulders, letting your neck relax. You're then going to walk your hands out to a plank. At the bottom of your plank, you're breathing here. Shoulders are over the hands. Hips are down and glutes are on. And then we're stepping our right foot outside of the right hand, pressing the hips down into it and extending your right arm. Reaching through those fingertips, you're going to make 3 deliberate circles. Moving through your shoulder. Letting your eyes follow your hand. It's 3 circles there. And then we're stepping our right foot back to a plank. And the left foot steps forward. Left arm extends and reaching through the fingers, you're making 3 big deliberate circles. And then back to a plank. Big breath in through the nose, and as you exhale through your mouth, you're going to turn your elbows in towards your side and bring yourself down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Extend the arms. And we're going to swim them around to our side, crossing your left wrist over the right behind your back. Big breath in to a back extension. Inhaling again, a little bit further. And then releasing your chest to the ground. Swimming your arms back around. Bringing them outside the shoulders. Retucking the toes. And then you're going to push it up to a plank. And hold that plank for a breath. On your next exhale, you're going to lower yourself to the ground with those elbows turned in towards your sides. Releasing your toes, extending your arms, swimming them around so that then your right wrist is crossed over the left. Inhale to a back extension. Inhale a little bit further. And then releasing your chest to the ground. Arms swim around overhead, pulling your hands outside your shoulders, and then popping your elbows up. Chest comes up. We're then going to drop our left shoulder to the ground, looking up under your right elbow. Up to center. Right shoulder comes to the ground, looking under your left elbow. 2 more on each side. After 3 on each side, you're releasing your chest to the ground. Right arm stays pulled into your side and the left arm extends. Kick that right foot up and over. Pause for a breath. And then switch sides. Left arm extends. No, that's not right. Your right arm extends. Your left foot kicks up and over. Then we're coming back to center and we're going to flip over onto our backs and cross our right ankle over our left knee. Clasping both hands behind your left thigh, you're pulling it in towards you as your right knee slightly presses out against it. We're then releasing our hands and planting our left foot. Hips shift over to the left until your right foot plants flat. Back to center and we'll switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee. Hands clasped behind the right thigh, pulling it in towards you as the left knee presses out. Releasing the hands and planting the right foot. Hips shift over to the right until the left foot plants flat. And up to center. We're planting both heels. We're going to pop up into a glute bridge, pressing through your heels. Pull those shoulder blades in underneath you. Right hand reaches for your right heel and the left arm reaches across the body and overhead. And then switch sides. Left hand reaches for the left heel. Right arm reaches across the body and overhead. We'll do 2 more of those on each side. Nice work. All right. And then that's it for the warm-up. Today, our first set is going to be a straight set. We're working on either a bench press, a floor press, or push-ups, depending on what, if any, equipment you have. So bench press, if you happen to have a bench set up, you can go ahead and lay back on that. I don't have a bench. Pulling the heels in, planting them. So when you are benching with a bench press, make sure that your feet are planted, shoulder blades are together. If you're going to do a floor press, you're going to extend your legs and squeeze your glutes. We could do this with weights or with a band, but you will rock back in extension and then pull those shoulder blades in, squeezing your glutes. You're taking a big breath in at the top, turning the elbows in, coming down until your triceps touch the ground, and exhaling at the top. Maybe you don't have any equipment, you want to do some push-ups. Hands are outside the shoulders, feet are together, glutes are on. Again, you want to turn those elbows in so that they come towards your side at about a 45-degree angle. Exhaling on the way up. Questions or modifications? Nope. All right, we're going to do a warm-up set. And then we're going to do 5 working sets of 5 reps. So maybe a warm-up set for you looks like 5 reps. Maybe it looks like 3. Just do 1 set to get that movement primed, and then we'll all start our working sets together. All right, that feels pretty good. It's pretty nice after focusing on overhead press for a month. All right. So you're just paying attention to how it feels in our shoulders. The reason that we turn our elbows in and have our elbows come in towards our side as we come down is that we want to take care of the shoulders here. The further you have your elbows flared out to the side, the more tension it puts on your shoulder. It's like we don't need to put any more unstable pressure on an unstable joint. Right. So we're breathing here. We're going to go into our first set in just about 30 seconds. All right. And when you're ready, setting up for it. Nice work. We're looking good. All right. So that was our first working set. So maybe you want to add some resistance. Some ways to add resistance if you don't have extra weights is you can use bands by wrapping those around the dumbbells. John, I see that you're using a barbell there. So if you're going to use the bands with the barbell, don't wrap the bands around the barbell, please. Just loop it around your thumbs. Because gravity and barbells and our beautiful faces. So using that band will just give you some extra resistance. You could also, Pete, I see you're doing your push-ups there. You could do band-resisted push-ups. I'm not physically sure I could do that with this band, but I'll give it a try. So for this is going to be, oh man, coming down. There you go. Oh. It makes it significantly harder. Just some ideas for you.
The Blackwell, you crack me up. Go on, Petey. This damn dog, I tell you. Dog's helping.
What's that?
John's dog's helping him work out. Yeah.
Hey, baby. I love it when the dogs come.
I'm getting scratches.
Hell yeah. Freya's resting over here. She's doing like the dead dog lay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they have enough downward dog for the day.
Yeah. Done with that. We're going to go into our second working set now. Adding banded resistance with a set of 5 is so much more manageable than even a set of 8. This is good. All right. So as our second working set, we're resting and breathing. Freya's being upset that I'm in her rug. It's fine. At least it's better than fireworks, you know.
Yeah. Does she not handle the fireworks well? I mean, I don't know what dog doesn't.
I mean,
does.
She definitely does not like them. There was a fair amount of barking and crying about it. But
yeah.
But she doesn't get like super she doesn't get like I see a lot of dogs that like they'll get like so worked up that they'll end up having accidents and stuff, and that doesn't happen with
Right. That's good.
Yeah. We watched TV and we forced her to snuggle with us, even like she wanted to pace and cry. I was like, nope, none of that. So I figure we only have what, like 3 more weeks of fireworks randomly going off in the neighborhood.
Right. Exactly.
All right. And when you're ready, we're setting up for our third set. Trying to figure out these bands with dumbbells and clothes and fingers. It's fine. Sweet. We just have 2 more sets here. Then we have a pretty sweet circuit coming up next. It'll be a full body circuit. You're going to love it. All right. I wasn't timing that rest period. I kind of feel like that was enough rest. Do you guys feel recovered?
Fully recovered, coach.
All right. So if you feel ready, let's go into this 4th set. If you still need a little bit of rest, go ahead and take it. Nice job. We have 1 more set left here of our chest press or push-up. I wish I had a band like between the light band and the medium band. So I'm not sure I want to try the heavier band on a recorded session that I will later put onto YouTube.
We wouldn't mind. That might be pretty entertaining.
I'm sure it would be entertaining.
Then we could put you on the YouTubes for one of those workout fail videos.
No.
But we blur out your face.
Okay. Man, I got enough problems.
99 problems, but a video isn't one.
I was thinking about about these like upcoming outdoor workouts. And I'm pretty sure that for one of them, we're going to have legs be breaking watermelons with our guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Pretty sure that has to happen. All right, let's do this last set here. Right. All right, when you're finished with your last set there, we'll put those weights to the side. Oh, actually, you might want those again. We have a circuit coming up. We have 8 movements, 8 reps each, starting with a bent single arm row. So we're going to do this in a staggered stance. It's like a lunge. You're going to be leaning on your front knee with that same elbow. Back foot, you're up on the toe. Using a band, you'll stand on that band with some resistance, rowing it up to your ribs. You will do 8 on one side, 8 on the other. If you're using a weight, exhaling at the top of each one. 8 on one side and then switching for 8 on the other. We then have 8 Romanian deadlifts. So you could do that holding weights in front of you or with your band. But starting standing tall, you're going to press your hips back, only slightly bend the knee, and then stand up and squeeze the glutes. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling at the top for 8. And then we have 8 bent arm lateral raise. I'm not going to do these with 25-pound dumbbells. You want this to be a lightweight. So if you have a lightweight available, perfect. If not, I have a banded version, which I'm really excited about. So for the banded version, you're standing in the band and bringing it around your neck. You're then going to slide your arms in, bring that band just above your elbow, and then stand up with it. So lateral raise, our arms are bent, bringing the elbows out to the side and back down. Getting some exciting resistance here from this band, right? Because shoulders, so that's our bent arm lateral raise, so either with weights or with that band. And then we have lunges, alternating leg lunges. You can hold a weight in your side. You can either step forward or you can step back. I'm gonna prove that I'm a compassionate person, and I'm gonna give you 8 total here, so 4 on each leg. If lunges are a big fat no for you, you can do step-ups instead. Just stepping onto a stair, a low stool, something, squeezing your glutes at the top and then switching lead leg. 4 on each side. And then we have a skull crusher. We're lying down with our shoulder blades together, holding a weight over our head. We're going to bend at the elbows, bringing that weight down like we're combing our hair with it, and then just straightening the arms. 8 times here. If you have 2 lighter dumbbells, you could come to either side of the ears. You then have a kneeling sissy squat. Very exciting. We're kneeling, our hips, knees, and shoulders are in line. You can have your hands crossed over your shoulders, leaning back, squeezing the glutes to pull yourself back forward. You could use an anchored band here to hang on to. That'll let you get lower before you pull yourself, and then it'll help you get back up. And then we're going to finish up with an overhead reaching sit-up. Laying flat, you reach overhead as you pull the knees in. At the top of each one, you want your arms to be in line with your ears or as close to it as you can. And you're going to finish laying flat. 8 reps of everything. I'm going to go through it with you and call out each movement. You don't need to remember everything. Do we have any questions? Modifications needed? Nope. All right. Whew. We are going to start with our bent single arm row. We're going to do 8 on one side and then 8 on the other. We then have Romanian deadlift. So we start from the top. And then your bent arm lateral raise. I love those. Woo, and then our lunges, 8 on each leg. Alternating legs, either coming forward or moving back. I said 8 on each leg, but I lied. It's actually only 4, remember? Remember, I'm nice. It's 4 on each side. And then you have your skull crusher. Nice work. After skull crusher, you have your kneeling sissy squats. Whew, those get hard fast. And then we're finishing up with our reaching sit up. Nice work. And we're resting. Drink some water, catch your breath.
Question about the sissy squat.
Yes.
When you're sitting on your feet, are your toes are also flat on the ground? They're not like curved up?
No, they're not curved up. Yeah. So we're here, leaning back just as far as you can with control.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, if you use a band, it helps a lot. Resting and breathing. I'm gonna open another window. I had a smoothie for my second breakfast and it got me so cold. All right. We're set up for our second set. And when you're ready, starting again with your single arm supported row. We have 8 on each side here, and then we have 8 Romanian deadlifts. And then 8 lateral raises. There we go. Just, taking all the hair off of my arms with the band. Just 8 reps there, and then 8 lunges total. So that's 4 on each leg. And getting down on the ground for your skull crushers. You're aiming to keep your elbows in the same spot. You're just bending them and then straightening. All right, from that skull crusher, you have your sissy squat. You can use a band on this one. Using the band helps you really get deeper into your quads here. If you know that's what you're trying to do. And then we'll finish up with our overhead reaching squat. Awesome, we're looking good. All right, we're resting and breathing. So that was 2. We're gonna go through the circuit 2 more times. Now that you're warmed up, right? One of my favorite things to say as a coach is like once you finish something really hard, is then to say, now that the easy part's over. I know it's not easy. All right. So we're finishing up this rest period, thinking about getting into our 3rd round. And when you're ready, getting started on your single arm bent over row. 8 on one side and 8 on the other. And then 8 Romanian deadlifts. Just slightly bending the knees. Then we have our bent arm lateral raise. Trying not to torture yourself with the band. And lunges, just 4 on each side. From here, we have our skull crusher. And a kneeling sissy squat. Nice. And an overhead sit-up, or an overhead reaching sit-up. Whew. Awesome. We are looking good. All right, we're resting and breathing here. Well, I'm glad that you all made it to the noon class, that we don't have a 4 p.m. class anymore. So Zoom classes, we have noon, Monday through Friday. I will be adding an 11 a.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. It's not going to be the same as this class. I'm calling it the Foundations class. And it's centered around grounding, breathing, and movement patterns. I think it's going to be really nice.
Like,
What was that?
I like it.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Saturdays, we have our outdoor boot camp at 10 a.m. And if you want more classes, then we just need more people. All right. All right, we're going to get into this last set now. We're starting with 8 reps on each side of our bent over single arm row. Right. And Romanian deadlift. Maintaining that flat back as you come down. Bent arm lateral raise. And then we have lunges, just 4 per side. And then your skull crusher. And kneeling sissy squat. Nice job. All right, this is our home stretch. We just had 8 reaching sit-ups. There you go. Nice work.